Hello, plant life people. How are you today? I hope where you are is not raining like it is here. It rained pretty hard for a little bit, but it was okay after that. So hopefully there's sun where you are, but I guess we do need a bit of rain for the gardens and for the plants to grow. So I'll take it because this is the Plant Life Canada. So today I have a really interesting video for you. I'm really excited to share. And again, if you know my channel, if you're new to my channel, my whole MO is to make cheap, easy, delicious, and mostly healthy vegan food because it's a lot easier than you think. So if you're thinking about going vegan, just know that the food is delicious and easy to make. But I mentioned in a lot of my social media posts that I was making something that a lot of vegans get made fun of. So what we're doing today, which I haven't done for over a year on my demos, is we're making salad. And my tomatoes are going everywhere. So there's always jokes online about they show pictures of a boring old salad with just cucumber and tomato, and that's how non-vegans make salad. And then you'll see a picture of a big vegan salad with a million toppings. So that's what I'm after today. So we have our starter salad, which is our romaine, cherry tomatoes, cucumber, and red onion. And that alone, if you want to eat it, go for it, but it's pretty boring to me. So today I'm going to show you 3 different really amazing salad toppings that you can add that will give you a lot of protein, fill you up, give you fiber and a whole bunch of other nutrients, but it'll just make salads a lot more interesting, and then it'd be like a meal that you can have. And these 3 toppings that we're going to go over, you can use them individually on a salad, but we're going to put them all on the salad all at the same time because I just want everything on my salad. So we're going to get started with our first sort of topping, and it's we're doing roasted beets on the salad, and that is coming from a suggestion from my dad, who's probably in the chats but maybe not chatting, and it was his suggestion, and I haven't had beets in a million years, so I thought I would make them. I love beets so much. I even have a tattoo of a beet, so if you can find me on Instagram and send me a message, I'll send you a picture of my beet tattoo. That's how much I'm invested in beets. And usually when I have a garden, I like to grow them. Where we live now, there's not much room for a garden, so I had to buy this one from the grocery store. So for beets, you want to roast them in some tin foil. You can put a little bit of olive oil on it, not much, and maybe some salt and pepper, but you're going to peel it anyway, so you don't have to season it too much. And I roasted this beet at 400 degrees Celsius for almost an hour. So until you can get a knife through it easily, that's what you want to do. So next you have to peel the beets. So I'm going to move my camera. I'm going to show you a trick on how to easily peel your beets. You're probably still going to get your hands nice and red, so you can wear gloves if you need to, but I have a sink full of water. I'm just going to wash my hands. But I'm going to show you a trick on how it's really easy to peel beets once you already have them in the tin foil. And then we're going to just we're going to heat this beet up so it's going to be a warm beet salad and add some amazing flavors to it. And then I have 2 other secret toppings that I'll show you after that as well. So let's check it out. So we have our beet down here. So I've peeled most of the skin off, but if you have it individually in your tin foil, what you can do, you can see I still have some peel sort of coming on the bottom, is use the tin foil to peel it. So you just want to push it. And if your skin is not coming off this easy, that means you didn't roast it long enough. So put it back in the oven, or if you're too lazy to put it back in the oven, you can just slice off the peel with your knife, but then you might chop away some of the beet itself. So just want to make sure I go all the way around. I have a weird ridge in this beet that I'll have to cut out, but I just want to make sure I'm getting all the way down to the edges. And I like to reuse my tin foil, so this is a reused piece of tin foil, so all the liquid leaked out when I was roasting it anyway. But usually this can help keep your hands a bit clean. So once you get all the way to the bottom, then you can just pull off the rest of the skin. And there you go, you have the skin off. So I'm going to get rid of that. And again, you are going to get red and stained. I don't think there's any way around it, but that's the joy of eating beets. All right, so we have peeled our beet, but we're going to slice this up and we're going to saute it in our pan. So I'm going to start the heat on this guy. Hopefully I don't go too crazy on the heat. And then I have a little end that was wonky that I'm going to cut off. And then the top end can probably come off as well, where the roots are coming out. And then, like I said, I had this little scar in this beet. We're going to cut that out. Oh, went a lot deeper than I thought. But it's still good. So that root is gone. And then what we're going to do is slice it into thin slices. You can just drop it down in the bowl. I'm trying not to use my cutting board because I don't want to stain the cutting board. You can wash your hands, but a wooden cutting board for cutting beets, probably not a good idea. If you have a glass cutting board, it's probably easier. So there we have a couple of good slices of roast beet that we're going to use. And we're going to put that in the fry pan. So let me wash my hands again from the gooey red stuff. I should probably dye my hair with this, actually. It would probably be a lot cheaper. Okay, I got most of the red off. So we're good to go. And we're going to put that in our pan. And I am going to put a tiny bit of oil just to get us started because this is an old pan that's not really non-stick anymore. And then we'll let that go. And then we're going to put our beet slices in there. We're not trying to crisp them up or sort of fry them. We just want to heat them up. That's this piece. Yeah, that piece can go too. And we'll get rid of that. So as these are heating up, our secret ingredients for the beets, which is so delicious. I think I had this in a salad a long time ago and I've always remembered it. So we're going to use orange and balsamic to flavor these beets. It's going to be amazing. So I can hear this sizzling already. First, we're going to zest some of the orange. So if you don't have an actual zester, you can use like the small edge of a grater, or you can use a fork even and scrape it, whatever you have to do. It gives it that awesome flavor. Make sure you wash your orange first. So we just want to give it some of the orange grating, and then we're also going to cut this orange and give it some juice. And I see my cousin Dana's throwing some movie quotes in the chat. I love it. So we're going to throw that in, just some orange juice. Let's get rid of that. And then we'll throw in some balsamic as well. Oops. A lot of balsamic apparently, but it's going to cook down and the balsamic will get thicker. Oh, I can smell that already. Amazing. So again, we're not looking for any kind of fry or char on this. We just want to heat it up. So I'm going to turn that heat down and I'm going to add us some black pepper. We're going to just let that sizzle in the background and just kind of watch it. We don't want to burn the balsamic, but we want to let it get nice and thick because that's going to help be the dressing of our salad as well. Look at that. So you've got that nice dark balsamic and you've got your orange and your beets, and this flavor combination is freaking amazing, especially if you put lots of like black pepper. So that's our first topping. So super delicious and easy. That's that. So that's going to go. We're going to let that get hot down in there. And then the next thing that we have to make is lentils. So lentils are amazing. Tons of fiber, tons of protein, tons of amino acids, like really good for you. These are canned brown lentils, and I just rinse them out really well. So if you're eating legumes, you want to rinse the liquid from the can really well, because that's the part of it that can sometimes cause bloating. So if you're not used to eating beans and legumes and you start going plant-based and you start eating a lot of them, you might get a little farty or bloaty. And that'll go away after a while usually, because your body will get used to the stuff that's in the vegetables. But you can help it by really, really rinsing out your canned vegetables really, really good. I was snacking on these right out of the can. I love them. The flavor is really great. So we're going to use that and we're going to flavor these up. We're going to turn our beets way down because they're sizzling away. Again, you don't want to burn the sugar from the orange juice and the balsamic. You just want stuff to get heated. So just watch that. Right, so we have to flavor these. So the 3 flavors we're going to use, again, I always use it, is nutritional yeast. So the nutritional yeast is good because it's going to help the other stuff we put on stick to the lentils, because we don't want to have a lot of liquid going around our salad and mixing. I like to keep the flavors somewhat separate. So we don't want to make these lentils like super liquidy. So we've got our nutritional yeast. So let's mix that in, get them all coated. And actually, I'm going to put more because I love nutritional yeast. Oh, and someone's mentioning in the chat that lentils have a lot of B12 in them. That's good too. And so does, or maybe the nutritional yeast, because I know that does too. Let's turn this right off, actually. That's nice and thick. So you can, sorry, I'm going back and forth, but you can see now the balsamic is getting thick. It's kind of creating a line when you do that. Can you see that? Yeah, so that's as thick as we want it. We'll turn that off. Okay, back to our lentils. We're all over the place. We got our nutritional yeast. We're going to use a tiny splash of tamari. Tamari nutritional yeast I got off a recipe. I think it was Bosch recipe. They did tofu. No, it was Happy Pear. A Happy Pear recipe. They cooked tofu with just tamari and nutritional yeast, and the flavors are amazing. So we're just going to do a splash of that. I only have about half a can of lentils in here. So we got our tamari. And then we're going to also use some red wine vinegar. Again, just a splash. We don't want too much liquid in these. If you want to make it a real dressing and get them nice and liquidy, you can do that, but I want to get them mostly dry. There we go. So you can see there's no liquid coming off of them, but they're kind of coated in that. And I have to try it because it's so good. Oh my God. I could just, sorry, my mouth is full. I could eat just a bowl of this. It's so good. Amazing. So that's our next ingredient. So we've got our beets with our nice thick balsamic on there. We've got our lentils. And I'm choking on my lentils. Not on live TV, don't do it. The next special ingredient I haven't made in so long. So I did this on one of my first demos. I'll try to link the video in this corner or that corner when I edit the video. But this is the tofu feta. And this is the best stuff in the world. I was also snacking on this before I started the demo. So good. So I'll show you what this is. I pre-made this because I didn't want to make the demo too long, but you can see this amazing sauce that's on it. And you can see everything in here. Look at that. Amazing. So this is tofu feta. So this is a recipe from, I think originally from a blog called Green Evie. So you cut up your tofu and you cube it. If you get extra firm, you don't really need to press it, but you can press some of the water out of it because you don't want it to get too watery. And then what you do is you mix together 2 tablespoons of miso, 1 lemon, a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar, a little bit of oil, water, nutritional yeast, and oregano. And you mix it together and you let it soak and marinate in this. And then you get these delicious, very sharp, cheesy, kind of feta blocks, and they are amazing. And then you can keep this marinade for salad dressing if you want, but this feta is ridiculously good. I'm just going to sit here and eat it if I don't watch it. Okay, so those are our 3 amazing salad toppings. Can't see them all. There you go. Lentils with our tamari, nutritional yeast, and red wine vinegar. We've got beets that have been sauteed in balsamic and orange juice. And they got a little dry on us. So I'm actually going to squeeze some more orange on there. And some balsamic. So all of this stuff you can make ahead. And then it's really easy if you already have some romaine cut up in the fridge in a container. You have your veggies chopped up in another container. And put all these in a container. And then you can really easily just make a salad for your lunch and be on the go. So this is what I like about these recipes. They're easy so that you can eat healthy easy. So let's put this together. I'm so excited. I'm always excited. So what I want to do, let's make this look nice. So again, you eat with your eyes as well. So if you want to have something that's delicious, make sure it looks pleasing. So I'm kind of putting this together like they do on Instagram with all my little veggies in a spot, and then you can mix it up. So let's get lots of our lentils in there in a little pile, just like that. And then I think I'll put the beets on the side over here, just like that. So these are a little bit warm, so I would plate this up like right when you're going to eat it. And I'll put a little one there. All right, and then I'm going to put some of this over top, just a little like this, and get some color on there. Look at that. Delicious. And next we're going to put our feta on. I'm going to use a fork instead of my hand just to be, you know, classy. And we're going to put that down in the corner. I'll probably put more on after the demo and eat it all, but I just want to be fancy for now. So there's a little bit of that. And then you can drizzle a little bit of that over here and a little bit of that on your salad. Just like that. And then, oh, you know what else I'm going to do? Because we're trying to be fancy. Let's see if I can get it out of my cupboard up here without smashing stuff. I'm going to put my everything bagel mix on it. What do you think about that? Fancy like my hair. What does that mean, Dad? So let's get some of that on for some crunchy bits. Sesame seeds and chia seeds and, sorry, poppy seeds are all really good for you too. So let's put that on. Amazing. So we have a basic boring salad that I showed you at the beginning of the video, and now we have this amazing thing. So we've got our tofu feta cheese. So again, that's a recipe from Green Ivy. We've got our lentils with our tamari and nooch and vinegar, and we've got our roasted pan-fried beets and the rest of our amazing veggies. I really wish the lighting was a little bit better in here. I tried to get some nice lighting going, but it didn't work. Every week, there's just something weird going on. I have a little bit better handle on my tripod this time, so I'm glad that my camera did not fall into the food this week. That was a bonus. And another bonus is that I am going to eat. Look how big this bowl is. It's the size of my head. I'm going to eat it. Taste test time. I know I tasted everything individually, but now we're going to do it at once. So again, when you're trying to cook a delicious meal for yourself, we have all of our different flavor combinations. We've got sour, we've got sweet, we've got savory or umami, we've got saltiness, we've got the vinegar and sour flavor. Everything is there. So you want to try your best. I'm going to do my best to get a piece of everything on your fork. I'm going to try to do it. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. My tofu fell off. Okay. I've got a cucumber in there, one piece of lettuce, tomato, and the beet and the feta. And look at the color that came off the beets onto the feta. All right, let's go. I don't think I had lentils. It's so good. The beets are still a little bit warm. So you get a little bit of a warm pop, and then you have all the like cold, fresh vegetables. And then you have that like sharp, I can't describe to you how good the marinade is on this feta, but you have that underneath everything. And like the red onion. And you could do, I think I had on another video, I had pickled red onions. That would be even more delicious. So this is what people are talking about when they talk about a good salad. Nothing boring, right? Like you want to make it exciting so that it's fun to eat this healthy food. So so delicious. All right, that is it. Super short demo, some good ideas, and you can put this stuff on salad. You can make yourself a little plate with all that stuff. with hummus and crackers and veggies. It's very versatile, all these recipes, and they last. So that's something, again, if you want to try to eat healthy, or if you're trying to go plant-based and you don't know what to eat, preparation is key. So I have all this stuff done up. I think if I did that total, all the prep work for this, like if you're roasting your beet, that's another story. It took a long time. But everything else might take you half an hour. Get it all in some containers in the fridge, and then just go in the fridge and pop everything into your bowl and eat it for lunch. Super easy. That is it, my friends. Thank you for joining me again. If you have not, please subscribe somewhere down there to my channel. I really appreciate it. Like this video, share it if you thought it was a good recipe. Make it yourself and let me know. And if you have time, if you want to help my YouTube channel, go ahead and watch another YouTube video after you're done this one. It'll help YouTube, show YouTube that I have a great channel. And that is much appreciated. So that is it. Enjoy your day. Share some sun if you have it. And if you have some rain, just cuddle up and read a good book or something. Or eat some salad. Delicious. Okay, bye.